Harambee! Neno hili si hivyo, mambo ni matatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, Uhuru Kenyatta is back.
So it is my hope that from today we shall see the end of machinations and the start of a democratic process.
And Uhuru Kenyatta is back on a mission.
So, 3 years ago, at the end of a hotly contested general election, and amid an atmosphere of hostility, not only to our party, but to myself, members of my family, and members of my administration. But despite that, I stood at this same venue, ready to begin a process that should have been normal in any mature democracy. A process of rejuvenating our party and infusing it with new leadership, a new crop of leaders inspired by a new generation.
Uhuru Kenyatta announced his return during the Jubilee in DC. And there is something which Uhuru Kenyatta did on that day which caught my attention. Probably you might have also noticed it. Uhuru Kenyatta decided to launch scathing attack on both William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. And the question is, why would the former president attack both Rigathi Gachagua and the president? The truth of the matter is that he did that for Fred Okengo Matiangi. Uhuru Kenyatta wanted to remove Matiangi from the united opposition where Rigathi Gachagua is. He also wanted to remove himself from William Ruto's side because after William Ruto visited him in Gatundu, most Kenyans have always assumed that he was going to support William Ruto. So he wanted to allay those fears. And that's why he attacked both of them. But the question remains, can Uhuru Kenyatta make Fred Matiangi the president of the Republic of Kenya?
Wanazungusha sijui hasla, sijui huyu ni mtoto wa single mother, si huyu ni mtoto wa dynasty. Mimi najua watoto wangapi wa single mother ambao wamesoma vizuri sana na wameendea. Hali popote umezaliwa, haja ni nini unawafanyia? Anyway, hapana. Kila mtoto.
Personally, I've been asking myself that same question. Because we all know that in 2022, Uhuru Kenyatta supported Raila Odinga fully. He was the president. He failed. Again, at that time, Fred Matiangi was the most powerful cabinet secretary. Both of them failed. Can he make Matiangi the president? Which brings me to the topic for today. Why I strongly believe that the return of Uhuru Kenyatta is going to complicate the equation for both William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. Before we get into all those, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, my first point where I strongly believe Uhuru Kenyatta is actually going to shatter the game plan for the two is Fred Matiangi factor. Fred Matiangi is running for the presidency. And we all know that in this country, there is William Ruto and there is Rigathi Gachagua. There are Kenyans who hate William Ruto. But those Kenyans cannot vote for Rigathi. And also there are Kenyans who hate Rigathi Gachagua, but they cannot vote for William Ruto. Those Kenyans have now found a home in the name of Fred Okengo Matiangi. And that's why if Uhuru Kenyatta were to push for that bid, it can actually succeed. Because there's something which I keep on saying on this platform, that for the opposition to succeed in removing William Ruto from office, they need to sponsor a single candidate. But the moves by Uhuru Kenyatta and Fred Matiangi confirms that we are going to have Matiangi on the ballot we are going to have Kalonzo on the ballot. We are also going to have William Ruto on the ballot. If the three will be on the ballot, none of them will win first round. And that's where now second round is going to matter. So that Fred Matiangi factor is something which is important, because remember, last year, June, the Gen Zs stormed parliament. And after everything, Raila Odinga came to William Ruto's aid. The Gen Zs had told Raila, "Wait, Baba, relax." So currently, the Gen Zs would be really behind Raila Odinga. So after Raila Odinga's betrayal, they decided that for us, now we are looking for someone else. That's how the name of Matiangi started coming up. So with the Gen Zs and with those other factors, that factor of Matiangi can actually make the return of Uhuru significant. Number two, Uhuru Kenyatta supported Raila Odinga, he failed. Which means there are certain mistakes which Uhuru Kenyatta made in 2022 presidential elections. I'm 100% sure that Uhuru Kenyatta is not willing to make those same mistakes. He's going to do everything possible to try and correct some of those mistakes. And he's going to do it as a revenge to Ruto and a revenge to Rigathi. There's nothing as sweet as serving revenge. And that's why Ruto and Rigathi must be very, very careful. Uhuru is coming into this election a wounded lion. Someone whose ego was pricked. That's number two. Number three, there is the Mount Kenya equation in 2027. The truth is, 2027 presidential elections will be decided in the mountain. As we speak, Rigathi controls Mount Kenya. But the question is, can the return of Uhuru Kenyatta shake Rigathi Gachagua? If it's going to shake Rigathi Gachagua, then there's a very big problem. Because I know for sure that despite the fact that Raila was very unpopular in the mountain, Uhuru Kenyatta still managed to deliver how many votes? Uhuru, 1.4. He can still do that or more for Fred Matiang'i, because in Mount Kenya today, Matiang'i is very powerful, very popular, but Rigathi controls them. But Rigathi will not be on the ballot. And number four is the campaign financing. With the deep pockets Uhuru has, what else do you think Matiang'i needs? The reason why someone like Kalonzo is not making headways is because he lacks the finance. Uhuru is coming with that finance. He's coming with friends who can finance. He's also coming with international friends who have seen what is happening currently. And lastly, there is something which most people underrate: the Jubilee network and Kanu networks. The truth is, the votes Raila Odinga got from the mountain were not from the people of the mountain alone. Those votes were majorly from the Jubilee networks, which Uhuru Kenyatta had crafted. Because ordinary Kenyan from the mountain did not have time for Raila Amolo Odinga. So what Uhuru is going to do, he's simply going to reconnect with those former allies. And then he's going to have the loyal supporters back.
Tumemaliza. Kwa hivyo mimi sina mengine mengi jameni. Unless mtaninulia lunch sijui.
I don't know what to think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.